नमस्कार, सुस्वागतम। मैं अखंड प्रताप सिंह, सिविल इंजीनियरिंग विभाग, OCES 2021 के दीक्षांत समारोह के अवसर पर आप सभी का स्वागत करता हूँ।
And I am Namrata Joshi from Computer Science Discipline. On behalf of DAE family, we welcome you all to this much awaited morning of this year.
We share the absolute honor of hosting the most memorable day of convocation for all the trainee scientific officers of 65th batch, which is also referred as the batch of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
We would like to start our program by welcoming all the dignitaries present here. With warm sense of gratitude, we welcome our esteemed chief guest, Dr. P.K. Mishra, Principal Secretary to Prime Minister. Shri K.N. Vyas, Chairman AEC and Secretary DAE. Dr. A.K. Mohanty, Director BARC. Dr. A.P. Tiwari, Director KMG BARC. And Dr. D.M. Gaitonde, Head HRDD. We are very fortunate to have many distinguished scientists from the DAE fraternity, our respected faculties, course coordinators, members of HRDD, our fellow TSOs from 65th and 66th batch, and last but not the least, our parents and other guests who are here to support us. We also extend a warm welcome to all those who could not join us and who are watching us live.
Namrata, I think it's so amazing that there are only few hours left in transforming our lives from being a TSO to SO. Truly said, time and tide wait for none. It seems that the training got over so fast in just a flicker of eye. But don't you think we are quite fortunate to have the major portion of our coursework offline?
Yes, indeed we are. The path which paved our way of becoming a scientific officer will remain the most beautiful one, as we had the chance of meeting our fellow TSOs and faculties every day in person. These experiences definitely shaped our bonds together and united us all by one identity, TSO. From today onwards, we can proudly say that we are scientific officers of this esteemed institution. Not only this journey has helped us to grow academically, but also it helped us to shape our mind in the service of our nation. We feel very proud for having the chance of being a member of DAE fraternity.
Today, we are gathered here to celebrate our success. We can raise our heads high for how we have overcome all the challenges life threw at us. The bonds we have developed during our days in this training school will be treasured throughout our lifetime. And in every segment of life, we can lovingly utter that, "Yaro, dosti badi hi haseen hai." And by borrowing Aristotle's word, we can say, without friends, no one wants to live, even if he had all the other goods.
I am confident that life lessons and professionalism imparted in this journey will stay embedded in us forever and will help us scaling new heights of achievement, which will pave our nation a path to supreme glory. Now, let us move towards the events of the program. May I now request Dr. D.M. Kaitonde, Head HRDD, for escorting our esteemed chief guest, Dr. P.K. Mishra, Chairman, Secretary, Principal Secretary to Prime Minister, Shri K.N. Vyas, Chairman AEC and Secretary DAE, Dr. A.K. Mohanty, Director BARC, and Dr. A.P. Tiwari, Director KMG BARC to the dais.
It is the time for showing our gratitude to our chief guest, Dr. P.K. Mishra, by welcoming him with a flower bouquet. For this, may I request Twinkle Jangid from Chemical Engineering discipline. Thanks a lot, Twinkle.
Now, we would like to show our gratitude to Shri K.N. Vyas by presenting him a flower bouquet. For this, may I request Ria, a TSO from RSES discipline. Thank you, Ria.
A very blissful and awesome morning to one and all. I am Neelam Singh from Computer Science discipline.
And I'm Ridusmita Sharma from Chemistry discipline. Neelam, what do you think? What is the most beautiful thing on the earth?
There are many things to name, but the most beautiful of all is music, because it can be so soulful at times that it gives us peace of mind and also brings back our beautiful memories. As rightly said, music is the literature of heart. It commences where speech ends.
Yes, you're correct, Neelam. So, for matching the beat of our heart with the beat of the music, may I now request the BARC Cultural Choir to gift us a ride towards the melody with their beautiful voices. Please. Music is the orchestra of this universe, which chooses to express itself to the artist. As someone has beautifully said, music is life. That's why our hearts beat.
Hello, hello.
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 Shweta Padmasana
we had anticipated, this splendid performance has truly taken us to the world of harmony and musical goodness. We sincerely thank them for this graceful performance. They surely made us believe in the saying that music is the strongest form of magic.
After this, we will move forward to the next segment. We all know that Dr. A.P. Tiwari, Director KMG, BARC, has always been an approachable person. He was always available for us for any kind of suggestions that we needed. We learned many new things from him that will definitely lead us in our upcoming career. So now I would like to request him to please grace us with his introductory remarks. Sir, please.
Thanks to Neelam. Most respected Dr. P.K. Mishra, Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister, Chief Guest of the function, respected Shri K.N. Vyas, Chairman Atomic Energy Commission and Secretary Department of Atomic Energy, Dr. Ajit Kumar Mohanty, Director, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Dr. D.M. Gaitonde, Head Human Resource Development Division, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Chidambaram Sir, Mittal Sir, Grover Sir, TC members, unit heads, senior scientists, former heads of the HRDD, and other dignitaries and members of faculty sitting off the dais in the auditorium. Graduating trainees of OCES-2021, that is 65th batch, TDOs, parents, guardians, and ladies and gentlemen attending in person at this auditorium or online on the YouTube. Namaskar, a very good morning and greetings. The graduating function earmarks the completion of 1 year orientation program in which the successful trainees, which includes the trainee scientific officers and the trainee defense officers, receive the graduation certificates. Today is the graduation function for the 65th batch of BARC Training School, Mumbai. It is a proud moment for both the graduating TSOs and the DAE fraternity. As we all know, the BARC Training School, which was established in 1957 with the mandate of providing with manpower trained in the area of nuclear science and technology, has been operating uninterrupted since its inception. Sir, 101 TSOs, of which 75 has engineering background and 26 have science background, and 8 TDOs will be graduating today after the rigorous 1 year training in nuclear science and engineering called the orientation course for engineering graduates and science postgraduates. Usual tenure of the OCES course is from August of a year to July of the next year. However, due to unfavorable circumstances caused due to the pandemic, the induction of this batch got delayed. Also, their training was packed so as to complete it in a little over 10 months, that is from 27th December 2021 to 31st October 2022. Officially, it will be closing on 31st October. Of course, many Saturdays were converted into working days and were utilized. Vacations were curtailed to make up for the last time. Now that they are all set to be absorbed in regular service with effect from November 1, 2022, is a pleasant result of the hard work put in by the TSOs themselves and by approximately 750 members of the workforce, which involves members of the training school committees, faculty, laboratory instructors, mini project guides, and support staff providing technical and auxiliary services. This deserves a big compliment. Parents and guardians of some of the TSOs are present here in the auditorium. Many of them are also watching the program live on YouTube. We all know that it is due to their motivation, unconditional love and affection that has converted these young boys and girls into responsible, hardworking and talented citizens of the nation. Dear parents, kindly accept my namaskar, sadar abhivadan and pranam. Congratulations to all of you for raising such wonderful young persons. With the completion of the training of the 65th batch, the number of officers graduated from BARC Training School, Mumbai becomes 8,552 since its inception in 1957. And if we include the TDOs, in-plant trainees, it used to be earlier, too, the number successfully completed training from the training school Mumbai has surpassed 10,000 and it is now 10,013. Ladies and gentlemen, this number speaks volumes about the tradition and legacy being carried forward. देवियों एवं सज्जनों, मंच पर विराजमान प्रतिभाएं अपने अपने क्षेत्रों की अति विशिष्ट विभूतियां हैं। इसी कार्यक्रम में उनके अभिभाषणों के माध्यम से स्नातक हो रहे प्रशिक्षुओं को सफलता की पराकाष्ठाओं तक पहुंचने की विभिन्न कलाओं की जानकारियां मिलेंगी। फिर भी मैं अपने कुछ एक शब्दों में अपनी भी बात रखना चाहता हूँ। आप संभवतः अमृत काल के दौर में भर्ती होने वाले प्रथम वैज्ञानिकों में से हैं। आपने अपनी पसंद के अनुसार कार्य क्षेत्र भी चुन लिया है। DAE ने आने वाले समय में संभवतः अगले 25 सालों के लिए अपने प्रोग्राम्स, जैसे सब विभागों ने डिफ़ाइन कर लिया है, वैसे ही DAE ने भी डिफ़ाइन कर लिया है, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है। आगामी 15 से 20 साल में आपका प्रयास आपको परमाणु ऊर्जा विभाग में आपके प्रयास के अनुरूप पहचान भी दिलाएगा। पर इन सबसे विशेष महत्व की बात यह है कि हमारा राष्ट्र आज उन्नति के मार्ग पे जिस जगह पर है, जिस मील के पत्थर पर है, उस मार्ग पे और कितना आगे पहुंचेगा और आगे कितना पहुंचने में सफल होगा, यह भी आप सबके ही प्रयासों पर निर्भर होगा। आप पर भारत को अमृत काल में गौरवशाली बनाने की जिम्मेदारी भी है और आप विशेष रूप से भाग्यशाली भी हैं कि आपको अपने कैरियर ग्रोथ और अमृत काल की देश की उपलब्धियां दोनों को पाने के लिए एक ही प्रयास करना है और वो है आपका प्रयास। ये सब आपके प्रयासों पर निर्भर होगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind and enlightening words.
Dr. A.K. Mohanty is a leader known for his simplicity and positive approach towards life. He is graduated from the 26th batch of the BARC Training School, and thereafter he joined the Nuclear Physics Division of BARC in 1983. During his 39 years of stint, Dr. Mohanty worked in several areas of nuclear physics, covering collision energy from sub-Coulomb barrier to the relativistic region.
He is the prime example of the fact that how important is the role of kind heart and hard work in our lives. He is a great personality and inspiration for all of us. Dr. A.K. Mohanty, Director BARC, is truly a father figure in the BARC family. So, may I now request Dr. Mohanty, Director BARC, to enlighten us by the way of your welcome address. Please, sir.
Good morning to all of you. Dr. P.K. Mishra sir, Principal Secretary to Prime Minister of India and Chief Guest for today's graduation function. Dr. Sri K.N. Vyas sir, Chairman, AEC and Secretary, Department of Atomic Energy. Dr. A.P. Tiwari, Director, KMG. Dr. Gaitonde, Head HRDD. In the audience, distinguished personalities, Chidambaram sir, Mittal sir, Grabhar sir, Mr. Phatak, Mr. Sole, Mrs. Tai Sete, Mr. Sanjay Kumar, Mr. Uke, all unit heads, my TC members, TSO and trainee defense officers, and more importantly, the proud parents, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me congratulate all the trainees successfully completing the 65th batch of trainings, and how difficult you know more than me, and it is one of the best trainings and very difficult one to enter and successfully have completed. At the same time, I will also thankful to P.K. Mishra sir that he has got a very busy schedule, very busy schedule, and it was not sure that he could come, but he accepted our invitation. He is with us and will be addressing our attendees. And in fact, he arrived in midnight of yesterday, and after this also he will leave for Delhi. So this is his very busy time schedule. And I must say here, sir, that DAE has always had a special place in the Government of India scheme of things that his department has been administered by the Prime Minister himself. And the fact that Principal Secretary to Prime Minister, a position of cabinet rank, has himself agreed to preside over this function is a sign of DAE's special position in the government priorities. So, since this is a welcome address, I will just welcome the trainees. You have joined the best fraternity of nuclear science and technology. And this is the 65th batch, started in 1957 by none other than Homi Jahangir Baba. And not a single batch we have missed, and very competitive. Sir was asking, P.K. Mishra sir was asking that how the procedure and how is it taken up. And I told that it is very similar, if not better, but compared with the civil service systems. Procedures nearly similar. There also the success is 0.2%. People apply. Of course, that is much more people apply, but success is 0.2 to 3%. So also case here, 1 lakh people apply, and we take 100 or 120 people, 0.05%, still topper. And it is in fact the cream, all the cream of the nations in all disciplines, science and engineering, all disciplines that join this department. In fact, it has been referred now that this is one of the best training schools in the country in science and technology, which Baba started. And I happen to overheard something that when we were starting the National Quantum Computing Mission, it was told that like this, we have to train the manpower. And somebody in the audience says, I was behind, that why not you start a model like Bhabha Atomic Research Center, training school. And that shows a speak volume about it. And in fact, today we are self-sufficient, as Dr. Tiwari said. All of us whom you see are from this training school now. And we are probably crossed nearly 10,000 or very close to it, those who have graduated from these schools. And I will tell you, this started in 1957 by Homi Bhabha, but then it has become famous internationally and nationally in 57 onwards. Because I will tell you an example which I have read in a newspaper. Then in 1960, three years after this school started, Niels Bohr, you know, the father of atomic models, He is the Nobel laureate who gave the model to, after Rutherford, he gave to the model to atomic hydrogen atom, how the atom behaves. He visited India. That time he was the chairman of the Commission of Atomic Energy of Denmark. And he had also before that participated in this nuclear bomb experiments of Manhattan. So when he visited, he was invited by Bombay University and gave him an honorary doctorate degree in law. And there in the convocation he told that India is already going in the path of self-reliant in nuclear science and technology. Because they've started the program where they're training the scientist and engineer, and best people they have taken, and it is going very well, and he expressed his happiness. And he was referring to the atomic energy, this training school, which was known as Atomic Energy established at Trombay. It is none than BRC training school. So you see, at 1960 itself, it is an international recognition. Bohr is not an ordinary person. And in fact, Homi Bhabha, because he is a father of the atomic energy, but he is the best scientist, best physicist. Bhabha scattering, he did when he was in Cambridge with Dirac, PM Dirac. He visited Pauli, who is another great Nobel laureate. He visited Niels Bohr, he worked partly with him also. And then he worked in Bhabha-Heitler theory on cosmic rays. So these are the renowned physics work he did before you came to India, could not return back to, all you know, could not return back due to World War II. But then he started something else and he became a visionary and he's a father of the nuclear atomic energy program. All you that. But because of him, a lot of dignitaries came to India also during that time. And Niels Bohr is one of them. And to my trainees, why I'm telling this example, I'll train one thing to my trainees, colleagues, officers, that you have come from different angles, like some are physicists, some are chemists, and some are engineers of different disciplines. You have an entry-channel identity. And at the top of it, you are 65th batch. But after working in this department for 4 or 5 years, this identity will be lost. You will be a nuclear technocrat. You will not remember your entrance channel memory. And I take an example from physics to tell you, this is the Niels Bohr theory of compound nucleus formation. He is a great scientist, but he is great in many ways. He gave the first theory. He told that how atom has stored energy, how energy has been stored in atom. That is the Niels Bohr's model of atomic model, you all know. So he says there is a compound nucleus theory. Once a compound nucleus is formed, it forgets how it is formed. For example, plutonium. We produce by neutron with uranium. After 2 beta decay, it becomes plutonium. I can also do something if I take alpha particle in uranium. It will be probability is very small, but alpha with uranium, I can also make plutonium. I can take proton and another neptunium. Also I can put plutonium. So you see there are many entrance channels to form the same plutonium. But once plutonium is formed, it doesn't care how it is formed. It behaves like plutonium. It forgets its entrance channel memory. That is the Bohr's theory. So all of you are going to forget your entrance channel identity. That you are a physicist, you are a chemist, you are a biologist, or of engineers of different type. But working in this platform, you will be a highest level nuclear technocrats now onwards. And that will be your identity. And if you want to have a sub-identity, you will be known as belongs to 65th batch of BRC training school. These are the 2 identities will move forward. And it is a wonderful time you have joined, because you have joined in time where we are more challenging time than ever before. We have global warming, we have climate problem, we have to make 0 carbon emission in a couple of years now. So, and that is all possible working in nuclear science and technology, harnessing energy from the atom in a meaningful way. So you will be working in a sustainable development, at the same time keeping a balance between 3 E I said, economy, ecology and environment. And you have a challenge, and fortunately you are standing on a platform which is raised very high by your predecessors. And you will be taking it further, and all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We feel fortunate to have your scintillating words. It really opened up a whole new dimension in our understanding.
Shri K.N. Vyas, Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission and Secretary, Department of Atomic Energy, is himself a graduate of 22nd batch of BRC Training School. He has contributed in design and analysis of nuclear reactor fuels and novel fuel for strategic applications. He is a leader known for his humble, down-to-earth nature, and optimism as an embodiment of uncompromising ethics, principles, and ideas. We have a charismatic leader with gigantic waves of energy in him.
To experience the feel of his true wisdom, may I now request Sri Vyas to grace us with his beautiful words. Sir, please.
Thank you very much, the two young ladies, for my nice introduction. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Dr. P.K. Mishra sir, Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister, Dr. A.K. Mohanty, Director BARC, and all the members of TC and TSC, Dr. A.P. Tiwari, Director KMG, Dr. Gaitonde, and all the faculty and colleagues from HRDD, my seniors from HRDD, under whom I have studied and under whose guidance I have taught in training school. Persons who have inspired me always, my seniors, Dr. Chidambaram, Mittal sir, Grover sir, other unit heads of DAE, my colleagues from DAE, parents of the training school officers themselves who are, because of whom I am here today. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. I would just like to extend what Dr. Mohanty said, that thanks to our predecessors, you, the Amrit Kal batch, is certainly on a little higher pedestal, but the country wants us to do still better. Our present generation, which is consisting of me, Dr. Mohanty, we have tried our level best to do whatever we can do, but we do expect, or I would say the country expects much more from the present generation, who is much more confident. To give an example, it was thanks to Dr. Homi Jahangir Baba that we started the nuclear energy program, or let us say to understand nuclear science and technology. We lost the great visionary in a very tragic accident, and finally it was the responsibility of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, who guided the program for next about 5 years or so. But to give a few examples of the vision of both the great persons together, in the time of Dr. Sarabhai, it was the Heavy Water Board was conceived, and just few days back I had mentioned this in one of the functions, that today Heavy Water Board is the highest producer of heavy water in the world, and so many countries are now requesting Heavy Water Board to supply heavy water for many of the non-nuclear application. Similarly, at the time of Dr. Sarabhai, nuclear fuels complex was formed, and today it is the largest integrated fuel processing facility or fuel fabrication facility, which we can say from ore to core, that you pick up the uranium ore concentrate from Jaduguda or Tumlapalli, and then finally it is converted to fuel for giving it to NPCIL. So this is the largest facility in the world. So it is thanks to efforts of all our seniors, that is mine as well as Dr. Mohanty's senior, that there has been continuity in the activity, there has been developments which has taken place, maybe bits by bits, but then ultimately we are all looking at some goal. And I have attended BRC training school interview. I have interviewed a large number of people. I tell you, the passing BRC training school interview is not easy, even though you may have advantage of Quora, which we did not have, where the questions are already available, but then still the interviewing committee is reasonably good to know whether you have really prepared using those Quora questions and answer, or you really have some substance in you. So, so you are good. So obviously we have more and more expectations from you. A few small pieces of advice. The way Dr. Mohanty mentioned, you have been given a multidisciplinary exposure. A chemical engineer has to understand some of the concepts of mechanical engineering to a greater depth. Same way, the physics specialist also has to understand what is reactor engineering, and same way a mechanical engineer has to understand what is atomic physics, nuclear physics, reactor physics, and so on. Now, my request is that this is the time of multidisciplinary expertise. Try to update your knowledge as much as possible. And I recall what Dr. Grover just a month back or so he had mentioned, the way you understand very nicely the half-life of a radioactive substance. Similarly, for knowledge also there is a half-life. For computer science, what I recall from what he mentioned, it is about 2.5 years. For electrical engineering, it is about 5 years. Mechanical engineers like me are lucky, it is about 7.5 years. So, you get outdated over a period. So, try to study as much as possible in the whatever spare time you get. So, this is one suggestion I have. Another suggestion I have is in first initial 5 to 6 years, try to put in as much effort as you can put in. In first 5 years, if you develop a habit of not working, never in your life you will be able to work. So this is my request, if you have some personal problem, that is separate, but your personal priorities, you try to divert more towards working as much as possible, and then you will be able to find out what is the field of your expertise, what is the field of your liking, and then you can decide what is to be done after the first 5 years. And last piece of advice to young students is try to pick up some sports. I see quite a few officers from armed forces also, so they know the importance of physical activity. They understand clearly the importance of taking up some sport. I do not know how many of you know, many persons, they have cycled from India Gate to Gateway of India, and majority of them were, I think, plus 41st batch. So all of them were in, say, mid-40s or maybe 42, 43 years or so. So if those sets of people could cycle from, and all of them are reasonably capable officers, it is not that they were not doing any work in BRC. I know a few of them, they are extremely hard-working person, but all of them, they cycled from India Gate to Gateway of India. Some locations had a fair amount of rain, some locations had scorching heat, but none of them without falling ill, there was no crisis, and all of them could cycle so many, I am not able to recall exactly, about 1200 kilometers or 1300 kilometers, I am not sure. So have good physical activity, it will keep your mind also young and active. So with this few pieces of suggestions, I know all of us are eager to listen to Dr. Mishra, because you listen to me every now and then. It will be very nice if we can listen to Dr. Mishra. I am extremely grateful to Dr. Mishra for having accepted our invitation. And when I look up the booklet, I found that in 1975, Mr. Haksar had also come. So it is nice that the tradition is continuing even after a long period, and we are very much grateful to you, sir. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We are sure that your wise words will certainly inspire our upcoming scientific careers, and we will evolve to the best version of ourselves in the service of DAE. In the tenure of the OCES program, many of us left our hometown for the first time, looking for a bright future. Our days went well, as we had the constant companionship from our fellow TSOs and from all the members of DAE. But the people who missed us the most are our beloved parents.
We feel fortunate to pay our due respects to the angels who deserve it more than anyone else. They made us capable enough to stand on this platform today. We have certainly a long way to go, but whatever small of the smallest things we have achieved in life are completely because they always held our back.
Now, to acknowledge the pronounced contribution of our parents in our life, Riya Gupta, a TSO from RACS, will dedicate a few lines in honor of all the parents.
ये तो सच है कि भगवान है मगर फिर भी अनजान है, धरती पे रूप माँ बाप का उस विधाता की पहचान है। ये तो सच है कि भगवान है। सबको आभार, दोस्तों को प्यार और मेरा नमस्कार। मैं रिया गुप्ता दीक्षांत समारोह के इस अवसर पर उन चंद पंक्तियाँ उन ईश्वर रूपी माता पिता के चरणों में समर्पित करना चाहती हूँ। भूतल से अंबर तक तुमने हमको पूरा विस्तार दिया, बचपन की सौंधी मिट्टी दी, यौवन को नव आकार दिया, ज्ञान दिया, अभिज्ञान दिया, जीवन में समुचित मान दिया। हे मात पिता तब वंदन है, हे मात पिता तब वंदन है, हमको शिक्षा सम्मान दिया। आकाश से ऊंचे हुए पिता धरती से गहरी माता है, आकाश से ऊंचे हुए पिता धरती से गहरी माता है। वो जीवन में तर जाता है जो इन चरणों को पाता है, जो इन चरणों को पाता है। पहली बोली से अंतिम तक जिनकी सांसों से पाए हैं, पहली बोली से अंतिम तक जिनकी सांसों से पाए हैं, हम जो भी हैं जैसे भी हैं हम उस ईश्वर के साए हैं। सानिध्य मिला हमको उनका, हर लक्ष्य साध जाएंगे हम। सानिध्य मिला हमको उनका, हर लक्ष्य साध जाएंगे हम। तारों की गिनती क्या होगी, सूरज को बांध जाएंगे हम, सूरज को बांध जाएंगे हम। हम अनंत से आगे बढ़कर भी शायद वैसा बन पाएंगे, हम अनंत से आगे बढ़कर भी शायद वैसा कर पाएंगे। आदर्श ढूंढेंगे जब जग में, हम माता पिता को पाएंगे, हम माता पिता को पाएंगे। धन्यवाद। आप सभी को मेरा सादर प्रणाम। तारों की गिनती क्या होगी, सूरज को बांध जाएंगे हम। These lines were so truthful and intense that they have touched all of our hearts. Thank you, Riya. Now, it's time to look back at our academical journey so far. We are very sure that each one of us is a star in his or her own right. Someday, definitely, we will all soar to great heights of achievement. But in this most awaited moment, it is the time to acknowledge the brightest stars, the Homi Bhabha medal winners. The fruit of their hard work and discipline will finally be reaped.
समय आ गया है, मौका भी है और दस्तूर भी। इस कार्यक्रम का मुख्य अध्याय आ चुका है। सही पहचाना आपने। यह घड़ी है हमारे अथक प्रयासों और निपुणता को सम्मान दिलाने की। विशेषतः प्रथम स्थान प्राप्त प्रशिक्षुओं के प्रयासों को। सर्वश्रेष्ठ बनने के लिए अनुशासन और नियमितता का होना अनिवार्य है। और जब आप एक ऐसे चमकीले सितारों का समूह का हिस्सा हों, तो ध्रुव तारे सा अलग चमक पाना और भी दुष्कर हो जाता है। शीर्ष स्थान हेतु इन सितारों ने कितनी कठिन साधना की होगी। इस सब के विद्या तप को पहचान और सम्मान होमी भाभा मेडल के रूप में दिया जाएगा। सम्माननीय मुख्य अतिथि डॉक्टर पीके मिश्र से मेरी विनती है कि वे आगे आएं और पदक विजेताओं को गौरवान्वित करें।
Jai Mahendra Bhai Chavda, Mechanical Engineering.
Jay believes in the quote that process is more important than results.
Sandeep Singh Tomar, Chemical Engineering.
Sandeep says, hold the vision and trust the process.
Siddhant Gupta, Metallurgy.
Siddhant believes in the saying that if you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun.
Ashish Kumar, Civil Engineering.
Ashish says, rest at the end, not in the middle.
Syed Nabiluddin, Electrical Engineering.
Syed says that I am gonna make the rest of my life the best of my life.
Shweta Agarwal, Ghanshyam Instrumentation Engineering. Sorry.
Ghanshyam believes in the fact that earn good friends and they will earn you wonderful moments in life.
Shweta Agarwal, Electronics Engineering.
Shweta believes that hard work and discipline never fail to reap success.
Abhishek Nayak, Computer Science.
Abhishek believes in the sayings of Swami Vivekananda, arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is achieved.
Siddhi from Physics.
Siddhi believes in that failing doesn't give you a reason to give up as long as you believe.
Suprotim Kole, Chemistry.
Supratim believes in the saying that don't be afraid of small beginning. Great things comes afterwards.
Riddhi Pal from Bioscience.
Riddhi believes that self-belief and hard work is the way to earn success.
Ashna Gupta from Radiological Safety and Environmental Science.
Ashna says, work hard and stay humble.
Thank you so much, sir, for doing the honors. Now I would like to request you to have your seat back, sir. Naturally, there can be only one top position, but here, each one of us is a winner.
In the last December, the lives of 101 people changed dramatically when we got selected in the OCS program. People from all over India gathered at Mumbai in the pursuit of life. In quest of right path of career, 1 year passed like anything. When each one of us looks back at those days, we definitely realize that all of the days were not full of happiness. At some point, every one of us must have felt the urge of breaking down during the rigorous yet much needed orientation training. But we stayed, holding each other's hand, and we made our days easy by endless laughter, short weekend trips, and most importantly, by keeping faith in our abilities. To describe our training days, we must take the resort of Einstein's words, which tells, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving.
Reminiscing about our time here as trainees, there are a plethora of words that can be used to highlight the experiences, ordeals, and our feeling for the past 1 year. If I try to sum it all, I can say that it will continue to influence and reshape the person we are. A year ago, each one of us made the firm decision to pursue this orientation course in our beloved training school. It was not easy, but we stuck through it all, thick and thin. So, for what lies ahead, I encourage our fellow TSOs to use the same spirit that we have shown, the sacrifices we have made, and the sleepless nights we have endured. From our heart, we all know all the innumerable barriers we have gone through and transcended all the limitations. Today is the day of being successfully graduated from this esteemed organization. On my behalf and my co-anchor, we congratulate all our TSO friends for achieving this milestone.
अब वक्त है इस कार्यक्रम के मुख्य उद्देश्य की पूर्ति का। यह शुभ मुहूर्त है सारे TSOs को स्नातक प्रमाण पत्र प्रदान कर उन्हें प्रोत्साहित करने का। मेरे प्यारे मित्रों, आपसे अनुरोध है कि आप सब पूर्व निर्धारित क्रम के अनुसार पंक्तिबद्ध हो जाएं। हर प्रशिक्षु अपने आप में एक अजूबा है। हमें पूर्ण विश्वास है कि हम सब प्रतिभा के पंख फैलाकर सफलता के आकाश में ऊंची ऊंची उड़ानें भरेंगे।
For that, may I request Shri K.N. Vyas sir to please come forward and award the certificates to the TSOs. Abhineet Jain, Mechanical Engineering. Akshay J, Mechanical Engineering. Aryendra Singh Chauhan, Mechanical Engineering. Deepak Panwar, Mechanical Engineering. Dunna Sai Sagar, Mechanical Engineering. जय महेंद्र भाई चावड़ा, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। केतुल विनायक शाह, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। कीर्ति गुप्ता, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। मुकेश कुमार यादव, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। मुकेश खुशवाहा, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। पारस सिंह चौधरी, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। प्रज्ञानंद, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। सौरभ मौर्य, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। शांतनु सुरेश थोराट, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। शुभम डीमरी, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। शुभम राजेश पाटिल, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। श्री कृष्ण कल्याण गुंडू बोगला, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। तरुण ढाका, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग। लेफ्टिनेंट कमांडर शरद एस नायर। लेफ्टिनेंट कमांडर स्वप्निल जैन। लेफ्टिनेंट कमांडर विनीत एनवी।
अमन गुप्ता, केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग। अंकित ओझा, केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग। अयान दत्ता, केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग। मोहित गुप्ता, केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग। संदीप सिंह तोमर, केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग। स्मृति प्रकाश, केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग। ट्विंकल जांगड़, केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग।
Ajay Kumar, Metallurgy. B. Vineeth, Metallurgy. Divaha Sherian, Metallurgy. Ganesh Mahadev Nigurge, Metallurgy. Kadirvelan R, Metallurgy. Moyuk Ghosh Rai, Metallurgy. Siddhant Gupta, Metallurgy. Sri Harsha C. Pana, Metallurgy.
Aditya Srivastava, Civil Engineering. Akhand Pratap Singh, Civil Engineering. Ashish Kumar, Civil Engineering. Chetan Anand, Civil Engineering. Devendra Adhikari, Civil Engineering. Garvit Kumar Agarwal, Civil Engineering. Prakhar Saxena, Civil Engineering. Prem Kumar Singh, Civil Engineering. Sahil Sijaria, Civil Engineering. Shivanshu Singh, Civil Engineering.
Abhishek Arela, Electrical Engineering. Ankit Kumar, Electrical Engineering. Hari Krishnan V, Electrical Engineering. Jaisai Kiran Reddy, Electrical Engineering.
Rishabh Chauhan, Electrical Engineering. Sambit Panda, Electrical Engineering. Shushan Jain, Electrical Engineering. Syed Nabiluddin, Electrical Engineering. Virendra Kumar, Electrical Engineering. Lieutenant Commander D. Naveen Kumar Reddy. Lieutenant Commander Rakesh Radhakrishnan Kamath. Now from Instrumentation Engineering, Abhishek Tripathi, Instrumentation Engineering. Amia Mishra, Instrumentation Engineering. Ghanshyam, Instrumentation Engineering. Naveen Patidar, Instrumentation Engineering. Shri Rag CV, Instrumentation Engineering.
Now, from Electronics Engineering, Animesh Patra. Bharat Jeswani. Divyank Mittal. जीविका तिवारी. प्रशांत कुमार शर्मा. प्रतीक कमल ज्ञान झंडानी. राहुल राज. ऋतुजा सतीश भावे. श्वेता अग्रवाल. तस्लीम सिद्दीकी. टेक के सीरीन ताज. Now from computer science discipline, Abhinandan Singh. Abhishek Nayak, computer science. Aditya Bodua, computer science. Ayush Pandey, computer science. Namrata Joshi, computer science. Neelam Singh, computer science. Shrikant TM, computer science.
Now from physics discipline, Babaji Charan Sahu, physics. Bisal Basak, physics. Nitesh Chita, physics. Nidhi Siraswal, physics. Praduman Pandey, physics. Rinkesh Kumar, physics. Siddhi, physics. Sudeep Mandal, physics. Sumita, physics. Vipul Kumar, physics.
Ananya Banerjee, chemistry. Shri Dibya Kanti Mal, chemistry. Mridusmrita Sharma, chemistry. Priyo Banerjee, chemistry. Priya, chemistry. Shawmi Kole, chemistry. Suprotim Kole, Chemistry.
Now from Biosciences, Uwais Makbul Bhatt, Bioscience. Riddhi Pal, Bioscience. Shrikant Mahadev Badadkar, Bioscience.
Now, Radiological Safety and Environmental Science. Ashna Gupta. Nilesh Joshi. Nitin Kumari. Riya Gupta. Sampanna Panigrahi. Vivekanand Kumar Yadav. Lieutenant Kiran Bhatt. Lieutenant Commander Sai Krishna Reddy.
We thank you, sir. We request you to please have your seat. We are truly honored to receive certificates from you. Now, with our hard-earned certificates in our hands, it is the time to move forward.
Extracurricular activities are an important part of our education, but their role is often neglected. Our trainees understand the importance of this and were actively involved in sports, poetry, photography, and traveling in the past year. All these have been compiled in the form of Karwan, the trainees' journal. May I please request our chief guest, Dr. P.K. Mishra, and the dignitaries on the dais to solemnize the release of the e-journal. I would like to request the Karwan team to come forward for the e-inauguration of the journal. Yes, sir. Yeah, sure. Now, I would request all the dignitaries present on the dais to have a group photo with the Caravan team. You keep sitting. Thank you, everyone.
Now, moving towards the next segment of the program, we convey our regards and respect to our honorable chief guest, Dr. P.K. Mishra, and would like him to consider us all as his children. This will fill our lives with auspiciousness and positivity.
As we all know, our chief guest does not require any introduction. He is a shining star on his own. But still, we will now call Neelam to have the absolute privilege of introducing our chief guest, Dr. P.K. Mishra. Then, we will love to have his blessings and goodwills that will certainly inspire us.
Thank you, Namrata. Dr. P.K. Mishra, at present Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister of India, has a career profile comprising research, publications, policy formulation, and project management. He has varied work experience in management of programs relating to agriculture, disaster management, power sector, infrastructure financing, and regulatory issues. His international experience includes research and academic work for over 4 years at the Institute of Development Studies, UK, negotiation and execution of ADB and World Bank projects, member of the governing board of the International Crop Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropics, and participation as resource person in several international conferences. As Additional Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister during 2014 to 2019, Dr. Mishra is credited with introducing innovation and transformative changes in human resource management, particularly appointments to the senior positions. When the National Disaster Management Authority was set up towards the end of 2005, Dr. Mishra played a crucial role in operationalizing its structure, functions, and perspectives. As Secretary to Government of India, Ministry of Agriculture, during 2006 to 2008, Dr. Mishra was actively involved in path-breaking national initiatives such as the National Agriculture Development Program and the National Food Security Mission. He published a book entitled The Kutch Earthquake 2001, Recollections, Lessons, and Insights in 2005. He wrote a book entitled Agricultural Risk, Insurance, and Income, published from UK in 1996. He has edited a book on agricultural insurance for the Asian Productivity Organization, Tokyo. A recently published book entitled Recalibrate, Changing Paradigms contains 5 chapters contributed by him. He has published a number of papers in national and international journals and has been invited to many international conferences as a resource person and to present papers. He has a PhD in Economic Study from the University of Sussex, UK. He completed MA degree in Development Economics at the University of Sussex in 1990, when his academic performance was rated outstanding by the university. He did his MA in Economics with a first class at the Delhi School of Economics. In 2009, he was conferred with the United Nations Sasakawa Award the most prestigious international award in disaster management. With pride and joy, we invite Dr. P.K. Mishra to please enlighten us. Please, sir.
Shri K.N. Vyas, Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission and Secretary, Department of Atomic Energy, Dr. A.K. Mahanti, Director, BARC, Dr. Gitonde, Dr. A.P. Tiwari, distinguished scientists and other guests, parents of those who graduated today, and most importantly, those who graduated today to become scientific officers. Thank you for inviting me today. It is a privilege for me to speak at the graduation ceremony of the 65th batch of this prestigious institution. At the outset, I congratulate all of you on your accomplishment, those who graduated, some of those who got the most prestigious Homi Bhabha medal. You have joined the service through a selection procedure that tests knowledge, intellect, and brilliance. In doing so, you have brought pride and satisfaction to your families, friends, and loved ones. And it is a momentous occasion for all of you. Bhabha Atomic Research Center is known for setting very high standards in research and development over several decades, for its commitment to the nation and for project delivery in spite of difficult national and international environment. I am confident that all of you are proud to be part of the BARC family and will uphold and enrich its glorious tradition. Now, when you begin a new and eventful phase with immense possibilities for the future, you also need to have a much wider perspective, much beyond what you have had so far. Your motivations and inspirations should be amalgamated with national aspirations. India's nuclear program is a matter of pride for all Indians. It proved to the world that Indian scientific minds can deliver on the cutting edge of science and technology. As you all know, India had to chart its own distinct path in the nuclear program. After we carried out the peaceful nuclear explosion test, our nuclear program faced comprehensive sanctions from advanced countries. However, undeterred by these challenges, our scientists have been, some of them are here also, able to achieve several milestones. Over a period of time, our program has gained respect in geopolitical and scientific circles across the world. India's nuclear agreement with several countries, beginning with an agreement with the US, then NSG waiver for our program, and our participation in International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, the ITER, are some of the testimonies of high regard that the program enjoys across the world. Our Prime Minister accords highest priority to technological advancement of the country in general and to our atomic energy program in particular. He has often said that, I quote, "In coming decades, national power will be mainly determined by technological achievements of the country," unquote. He has taken special interest in unleashing the potential of our young innovators and scientists. From ambitious fleet mode reactors program for nuclear energy to nuclear submarine program, he has assured availability of resources to our mega science project. He has also emphasized the need to bring science closer to our citizens. His message for you is that your research should have an impact on the poor and the needy, on the people in our rural areas, particularly in those aspirational districts, and should be directed towards addressing the developmental challenges faced by the country. Please keep this message in your mind as you carry out your research. Friends, as all of us are aware, due to climate change and sustainable growth challenges, the world is now prioritizing clean energy projects globally. Economists have high hopes for nuclear energy as a source of clean and stable power. We need to capitalize on this opportunity. I strongly believe that with a strong research and development push, nuclear energy can provide high-quality electricity at reasonable tariff, because reasonable tariff is, of course, extremely relevant and important. Nuclear energy projects are capital-intensive projects, and hence the commercial viability of the project is impacted if they are not completed in time. We can also bring down project costs and tariff through access to low-cost credit, reducing operational cost, and leveraging private capabilities. I am sure that your research will play an important part in reducing the cost of nuclear energy so as to make it a preferred energy option. Because some years ago, as all of us know, not many years, a decade ago, the solar power was extremely costly. The tariff used to be 18 rupees. Today it is 2.5 rupees and so on. That time nobody could imagine that solar power could be so affordable, though there are issues of grid stability and so on and storage. But nuclear power also, one can vision a breakthrough in the medium term or the near future even. Immediately after independence, due to lack of industrial base, our nuclear program developed as an island of excellence with comprehensive in-house endeavor. However, today's fast-growing India, our nuclear program can benefit from deeper linkages with our vibrant industry and academia. Our approach now could be to focus our energy on cutting-edge research and development and leverage the strength of private sector as much as possible given the other constraint in manufacturing and operation. Yesterday I had a chance to visit the Defense Expo in Ahmedabad. There are so many startups displaying their innovations ranging from not only weapon, ammunition, but many other cutting-edge technological achievement. For example, I saw that one display of being developed almost at a final stage, an anti-drone equipment which is portable. When we talk about anti-drone equipment, it is very large size to be fixed somewhere, but they are developing. It is something like the mobile phone or the satellite phone of olden days, which was very large in size, very big. Now it is so small. So it is possible with a vision, with some research initiative, some innovation, that we could achieve breakthrough in nuclear technology also. Our country set an ambitious 3-stage program that is based on our strength. Our pressurized heavy water reactors program has served the country very well and had even set records of longest continued operations. With fleet mode reactors coming online in coming years, I am told there will be a big increase in the number of reactors operated in India. However, we also need to make quick progress in the second stage of the nuclear program. Our efforts should be to commission prototype fast breeder reactors successfully while taking care of all the safety requirements of operating such complex reactor. I would encourage BARC to put in more research efforts on the second and third stage of nuclear program. Societal applications of nuclear energy are very well appreciated by the users. For example, radioisotopes for cancer care, radiation application in wastewater treatment, and storage and agriculture have brought tremendous benefit to our society. We need to popularize and commercialize spin-off technologies developed through research carried out in our laboratories. I would urge you to particularly focus on this problem. We need to spawn out as many industries as possible through technological transfer from our national laboratories. This is a path through which research organizations such as BARC can play an important role in fulfilling Prime Minister's dream of making India a manufacturing superpower. For example, a lot of work has been done by nuclear research in providing techniques for conserving various types of agricultural commodities, whether it is onion, potato, and many other areas through radiation and so on. We have been hearing it for quite some time, but the question arises, why is it that it has not spread through the length and breadth of the country? Is there any issue of commercialization? Is there any issue of cost? Is there any issue of dissemination or the scale? I think these are some of the questions, because only a few years ago we never thought of private sector in ports, we never thought of private sector in defense. So now it is time that we should look beyond what we thought for recent years or in the past, and how the world is changing, particularly in the post-COVID scenario. I would like to touch upon another important aspect of work of scientists in the Department of Atomic Energy. It is the safety-related regulatory work carried out by Atomic Energy Regulatory Board and the BARC Safety Council. As you are all aware, the safety aspect of atomic energy requires complete commitment. No country can afford any mishap in this regard. Further, there is increased apprehension about nuclear energy projects, particularly after the Fukushima incident. Our regulators should have sufficient independence and expertise so that we continue to maintain a good track record of operating one of the safest nuclear energy programs in the world. We need to also sustain a high level of confidence in the minds of our people about the safety standards of our operating reactors. Friends, you are graduating at a time when India, having completed 75 years of independence, is entering its Amrit Kal. As some of you mentioned, that you are the Amrit Kal batch, a batch which is becoming scientific when the Amrit Kal begins. A significant part of your career will coincide with this Amrit Kal, the next 25 years. Hence, Prime Minister's vision of Amrit Kal is very significant for all of you. I am confident that you all will contribute to fulfilling the five principles, the Panch Pran, which he set out in his speech from the Red Fort on the 15th of August 2022. The dream of seeing India as a developed country can only be fulfilled with success of cheap energy and through technological achievements. Prime Minister has always emphasized on teamwork and continued self-improvement. I hope that your training here at BARC Training School has built esprit de corps and that you all will continue to collaborate together without allowing any narrow silos to divide you. Technology has brought momentous changes during the last 2 decades. The world will change much faster in the coming decades. Technology, of course, is changing, but it is changing so fast. I remember 5-6 years ago when I visited some universities, I mentioned that there are many new areas like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and so on. But one could never imagine that within such short time, there will be so many changes. Now artificial intelligence is so common last 2-3 years. And particularly the COVID-19, which was one of the most devastating disasters globally, has brought out there is some silver lining that the use of technology has increased. Even 3 years ago, we never thought we'll be using virtual conferences, technology and all that so widespread. And though there are also issues of digital divide because poorer people may not have access and so on, but these challenges and opportunities of technology has to be faced. I hope that you know that technology will dominate most aspects of our life and it will change much faster in the coming years and coming weeks even. I hope that you will continue to learn new technologies and upgrade your skills to keep yourself updated with the fast-changing world. Every day one hears noteworthy changes in the field of artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, quantum computing, and so on. It is necessary to upgrade your knowledge and skill so that you are able to contribute to nation's progress. What you learn today may become out of date tomorrow, but it is always to learn, relearn, and relearn. Very often, more than technological, another area I would like to focus, that very often more than technological skill, one's attitude, approach become important for coordinated and collaborative efforts. Interactions with stakeholders, colleagues, peers, and people are critical to our working together so as to achieve national goals. In order to lead a team and coordinate their performance, openness of mind, mutual respect, and humility would be successful. All of you, when you work today, tomorrow, after 5 years, teamwork will be the most important. Very often it is said that in India there are a lot of brilliant people, lot of competent scientists, and in other areas also in administration, finance. But when it comes to working in a team, we are not able to achieve as much as other countries do. So that teamwork will be extremely important. So much more than your technical knowledge, your attitude, your interpersonal relations, which are also very, very important, along with ethical values and openness of mind. To openness of mind in the sense, openness to other people's ideas, preparedness to listen, preparedness to analyze what the other person is saying, whether it is has relevance, or you can also learn something from others. With the visionary leadership of our Prime Minister during the last 8 years, several reform measures have been taken not only in the administrative, financial, and social sectors, but also in our scientific organizations such as space and atomic energy. Today, our achievements in managing the economy, particularly during the COVID time and post-COVID world, handling of devastating COVID-19 pandemic, several development activities, and use of technology for effective delivery of people-oriented schemes are globally acclaimed. During the COVID, the CoWIN portal which we created, that became extremely relevant. I think hardly any other country has achieved so much, crores of 200 crores of vaccination, so many other aspects, so many crores and crores of test reports and so on, all digitally that can be monitored. This was a very major achievement globally. Similarly, the direct benefit transfer through digital means, like the Prime Minister can, on a click of a mouse, ensure that the amount given to the farmers, say 15 crore, 10 crores, 20 crores, can be done simultaneously, just click of a mouse, and all the amount will be deposited in their account. So technology has such great potential. So in our own areas also we should use technology and see that something which was unprecedented is also made feasible and realized. Finally, I would like to say that you are fortunate to begin your career at BARC at a momentous time in our history. The future will open immense possibilities, and of course, there will be challenges for you. It is necessary that you need to learn. Not only you learn, which of course you have learned, you should learn more, but also certain things you should de-learn also. Certain things which are not relevant, you should be prepared to de-learn with an openness of mind and relearn something which is more relevant for tomorrow. And equip yourself for not only meeting the future challenges, but also seize the opportunities which will unfold in the coming years. You will have several challenges, but many, many opportunities, and that in that sense you are fortunate to start your career in the beginning of the Amrit Kal. Maybe another 10 years, the world will be totally changed, and you people will be addressing those challenges and issues. So you must seize your opportunities. Once again, I wish all the best in your career, future endeavors, and congratulations to not only your parents, but also to the BARC faculty and all others who have shaped your future in a way that it has laid a very strong foundation for the future. So all the best again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We are sure that we will embrace your wise words in our every step to serve the nation, like you did. Now, we cordially invite Shri K.N. Vyas, Chairman AC and Secretary DAE, to present a memento to our Honorable Chief Guest,
Continuing the BARC tradition, our chief guest is presented with a handmade painting by our resident artist, Shri K.H. Gharat. It contains the portrait of our chief guest against the backdrop of the iconic BARC reactors on one side and portrait of our founder, Homi Bhabha, on the other. I request Dr. Mohanty. I also request esteemed chief guest Dr. P.K. Mishra to put his autograph on the replica which will stay in BARC. Thank you, sir.
Dr. D.M. Gaitonde has always been the careful guardian with a mix of love and care throughout our training program. He made sure that everything goes in the right way, and he also helped us in broadening our horizon of outlook in every possible way. What can be the better way than concluding the program with his enlightening words, which will definitely be engraved in our hearts forever. May I now request Dr. D.M. Gaitonde, Head of HRDD, to present his concluding remarks and vote of thanks. Please, sir.
So it is now time for me to perform the pleasant duty of proposing a vote of thanks. We have been really honored by the presence of the chief guest, Dr. P.K. Mishra, at this function. I thank him from the bottom of my heart for sparing the time to be here, and I am sure his presence and his speech will prove inspirational to the graduating TSOs. I also thank Sri K.N. Vyas, Chairman AEC and Secretary DE, for presiding over this function. Dr. A.K. Mohanty, our beloved director and the official host for today's function, guided us in planning of the function, and I thank him for that. Dr. A.P. Tiwari, Director KMG, was intimately involved with his valuable advice every step of the way in organizing this function, and I am thankful to him for that. Some others who contributed to the organization of this function are Controller BRC, Office of PRO, colleagues in SIRD, colleagues in Computer Division, colleagues in TSD, Security Section, Transport Section, and last but not the least, officers and staff of HRDD. In the audience are present many dignitaries. There are so many that it is not possible to name all of them, but all the dignitaries, all the retired stalwarts of the department, TC members, senior officers, all of them, I thank you very much for having participated in this function and made it successful. With each batch of training school, HRDD is involved in two principal activities. One is recruitment of the batch, and that is followed by 1 year training of the batch. On a previous occasion at the inaugural function for this batch, I had occasion to thank those who had contributed to the recruitment. So in the interest of brevity, I will only right now thank those who have contributed to the training. I would like to thank Trombay Council and especially Director BRC and Controller BRC for being supportive of all activities of the training school. I thank Recruitment 4 section of BRC for doing the administrative formalities for induction, and now in 2 days' time they will be doing the absorption of the TSOs of the 65th batch. I thank Accounts Division and especially IFA for timely clearance of all our files, making the process of conducting the training program very smooth. I thank the chairpersons and members of all training school committees for their valuable advice, which enabled us to run the training program smoothly. I thank all the officers of DAE who acted as faculty, mostly from BRC and a few from IGCAR, for their dedicated effort in transmitting the nuances of nuclear science and engineering to the TSOs. I thank all officers and staff who accompanied the TSOs during their study tour. I thank valuable support provided by TSD in maintaining the facilities in training school. I thank all functionaries of HBNI for their cooperation in enrollment of TSOs for MTech and PG diploma. Lastly, I wish to thank from the bottom of my heart all colleagues in HRDD, officers as well as staff, for their total cooperation in facing the difficulties we have had in the COVID years. The most difficult period has been the past 2.5 months when we have had 2 batches running simultaneously. However, with the cooperation of each and every person, these difficult days are now behind us and the road ahead appears to be smooth. The list of contributors to the OCES program is so long that I apologize to those whom I have not included. I use this opportunity to congratulate all TSOs for having excelled in the training program. I congratulate parents of all TSOs who are graduating today. Thank you. Jai Hind.
We express our deepest gratitude for your kind and inspiring words, sir. We are really fortunate enough to have your valuable guidance and immense support with us.
With this, we have reached the end of the program. We thank everyone present in the hall and who are watching us digitally for being an excellent audience and making this event a grand success.
Now, members of BARC Cultural Choir will lead us to the national anthem. Before that, one important announcement is there. Homi Bhava medal winners should accompany our chief guest for an interactive session after the national anthem. May I now request everyone to kindly rise up for national anthem.